Hello, my lovely vloggies. It's Patti Boulaye, the vlogging grandmother. And today, I spoke about relationship, courtship, etc., dating. Well, okay. So you've done your dating, you're now courting, and if by any chance you're going to meet the family, that's what I'm going to talk about today. When you're meeting the family, okay, before I say that, one thing I want to say is get rid of this thing that we've all been told for many years. I don't need a man in my life. I can do without a partner. No, I don't know who started that nonsense, but it was somebody who didn't know what to do with the partner, lost the partner, was treated badly because she was with the wrong partner, and somewhere they started this nonsense about, oh, I can do without a man. No. No. Don't do that. Take that off your mind completely. Because I tell you what, you will be the loser. You see, God Almighty, who created all of us, created us so we need each other. You can't do this life journey on your own. I promise you, no one can. You're kidding yourself if you say, I can do without a partner. We have so many lonely people now, so don't start that. Because, you see, your destiny, your marriage, happy or unhappy, starts here. It starts with your thoughts, okay? So that's what I'm going to talk about today. You're going to meet your partner's family. It's very important. Just like I advise that you lay good foundation when meeting, dating, courting, where you also set good foundation with the family. You know why? Because you look at that family and you are seeing your partner, your future partner, when you look at that family. Look at the best part of them. Don't judge. I'm not talking about judging. Okay, but this is your future you're talking about here. This is your future. What can you change? What can you not? Oh, I'm not saying you should just go and start changing your partner. That never works either. If you've accepted him, you've accepted him. If he's accepted you, he's accepted you. Now, how do you work within that family? Because you're going to belong to that family. Oh, come on. Think about it. You're now going into a new family. If by God's grace you have children, if by any chance you have children, that is their family. You're going to, so you need to plan. We don't plan. We would, if it was a business, we would plan. If it was going to the bank and how to save money, oh, we're good at doing that. But we're not good at training ourselves for our future, to safeguard ourselves for the future. It is important. You know, I have seen arranged marriages where the couple, 50 years later, are so in love with each other, and it was arranged. Do you know why? Mutual respect, mutual understanding, mutual consideration. So that all starts when you meet the family. Try to zip it and listen. Don't say too much. Don't give too much of yourself. Don't aim to make people sorry for you. Don't try to tell them some sob story. Time will be, they will find all that out later. Because when you try to make people sorry for you, you give them more power over you than they need to have, or than you need to give away. It is important to know when you meet the family, which is why I said, try and be quiet, just be charming, and just listen. You won't believe how much you will get from just listening, especially to the elders of the family, or even maybe his siblings if he has any, or cousins. The same thing with his friends. Don't try being clever. Too many people try being clever. Guys, let's get one thing straight. We're not clever. No, we're not. We're just as stupid as everybody else. We are not clever. So when you have your little thing and, oh, no, this is what I believe in. This is my, excuse me, darling, it might not be the same in 10 years' time. You might change your mind. So try not to just give your intended family or the person, the family that you may end up in, try not to put a barrier there by being all big-headed about something, because I can tell you the older ones are looking at you and thinking, how naive. And I said, don't make anybody feel sorry for you. If somebody thinks you're naive, they're feeling sorry for you. I don't care if you're a lawyer, a scientist, or whatever, because there are better people out there than you. There are better people who have done better job. Okay? So what you need to be is you. When you go to meet the man you're dating or the woman you're dating, when you go to meet the family, just be nice and listen. Put that smile on your face and have an open mind. I don't mean just smile falsely. I mean just have an open mind. Just smile with your mind, your heart, your spirit, because the man you love or the woman you love is right next to you. That is enough to make you smile. Let me see. And if, for whatever reason, you think the family is absolutely awful, or believe me, they can be, then you just, smile. Just show respect. Take in everything. You're going to need it. You know what I'm saying? It's like being in court. You're taking in information. You're going to need this information because it's going to help you decide. When that man gets on his knees and says, will you marry me? You need to consider what you're going into, and the family will show you what you're going into. Okay, so don't do the Cinderella thing. Oh, I'm so in love with him. Oh, a lot of people end up with divorce and they were in love to start with. There's a fine line between love and hate. A fine line, very thin line between love and hate. And you don't want to later blame somebody else for the breakup of your marriage or relationship when you actually didn't take in everything you should have taken in. Okay, so if, as I said, the family is awful, just smile sweetly. Just be respectful and take in everything. This is when your brain works, okay? You see, naturally, even if you're, I don't know, the greatest scientist in the world, when you do that, you're better than the greatest scientist in the world because your mind is naturally built and connected with the universe for you to handle this and prepare you for what you're going into. Oh yes, and if they're really that awful, just look for the good, okay? Look for bits that you can hang on to, that you can work with or live with. Sometimes it could be with your partner, but don't forget that the apple does not fall far from the tree. So really size up everything very carefully when you meet the family and friends. Well, let's face it, you might, okay, this is terrible, this is cruel, but you might just say to yourself, when he gets on his knees and proposes to you, you might just say, because you've weighed up everything. And it's not just you, the universe is working in your mind, okay? Things ahead of you know what's going to happen. So when he gets on his knees and proposes, like I said, that's the time when you weigh up everything and you think, you know what? Why don't we just take it slowly? Why don't we just give me time? Give me time. That's a good excuse, isn't it? But anyway, I hope it won't come to that because that's why I'm telling you about this. So you prepare so you know what you're doing, okay? You know what? Between dating and courting, you would have seen the family before you get to meet them in your partner. Okay? Yes. I want to add, no one is perfect. No one is perfect. But there are people, this person might be perfect for you. But it doesn't mean they're perfect. You have to count all the things that is good, that you love about this person, and you hang on to those things because he is imperfect and you are imperfect as well. So that is my advice for when you're going to meet the in-laws. We'll expand on this another time. Okay, so I hope you got something from that, because I want you to end up being happy. 40 years time, you're thinking that was a good advice because you're with someone you love and you're contented and happy, blissfully happy and married, and God willing, with children. Anyway, this is Patti Boulaye, the vlogging grandmother, and I hope to see you again soon, my beautiful vloggies.